Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Murph Media. Finally, going to do yet another walkthrough. I have not been able to be even around my desk when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, really excited to go through the Texas Cup for XTPL. Fun events. So, we're going to get right into it. Oh, the stream's going okay. Let's see. Let's double check. Well, looks like it's kind of going all right. Huh. Alrighty then. So there was this right here. This view right here. Let's 11 that. Make it go full screen. All right. So my initial impressions are it's going to be a really fast field. Right, we're not seeing a whole heck ton of stuff up in the center. They moved the brick back to be almost like a home. We do have those big wedges up there, so a punch is possible. But I think Snake's going to be a really easy thing to make. You're definitely going to have something on the Snake side no matter what. If you're going to be shooting at the Snake, you're not necessarily going to be shooting at the people behind them. If you're shooting people behind the Snake runner, Snake runner can get up underneath it. These bumps into Doritos look really friggin' easy. We're just gonna have to see what kind of cross shots and what can lock things down. But this looks really fun. I think it's gonna play really, really fast. I think Doritos may get shut down a little easier than Snake, but we will go through it, see how things go. So, first things first, look at the shots off break. All right, so this is kind of what I was thinking for the Dorito side. Hitting that gap right there. Not necessarily the gap itself, but not necessarily this spot. Oh, come on now. Not necessarily here, but I would actually probably throw my paint primarily right here. Right on the edge of that bunker, give your paint some time to get over on the other side of the field, right? Now that bunker would be this one right here, the alpha. I'm going to call that alpha. I guess you would be throwing paint right there. But whenever I'm gonna start off, if I played this layout, I'd probably be throwing paint back towards this bunker, right? So yeah, the way that looks is I would just be locking down right there next to that bunker. If you're shooting at a person going to alpha, you're probably going to be hitting the feet of we're gonna call this delta or beast. So might have to choose there. Also, because these bunkers now are a little shorter, us taller folk, we can actually stand up and throw some paint at each other right off the very get go. So, not so much on the Dorito side because those towers are there. But if somebody tries to stay here and lock down Snake side, go ahead and throw a couple balls. Come on. A couple balls right here, if this thing would work. A couple balls right here in hopes of getting that back center out, right? Just like one or two, just do it, and then onto your gap. Your gap for this side, I would say this right here. Now, remember, right? If you're going to be shooting at that snake runner, you're going to be putting paint, you know, eh. you're going to be putting paint about right here. My word, this thing is struggling today. About right here in this jump vicinity. You do that, you're not going to be hitting that tower. You're just not. You're not going to be hitting anything out there. Okay? So, quite frankly, it might behoove you. Yeah, you could. Oh, man. We are struggling today. And some technical difficulties. You could. I don't think it's a great shot, but you could throw paint right here in hopes of getting that can. I don't think that's as good of a shot as aiming for either the tower or the snake runner. I think these two are more highly probable kills. And that's what we want off break. High probability of kills. I don't know. I think the first 30 seconds of the game is probably the most important. That includes your getting your kills off break and all that good stuff, and allows you to capitalize on however you need to. So that's kind of interesting. Well, let's see if those shots stay there whilst we move up. Need to be squatting. Yeah. So that shot's there. I would have your home train on this shot. Train on this shot, and then they will also know what is alive, dead, stuff like that. They can call your Rickies and your Lucies and all that good stuffs. Isn't my music playing? You know what? Let's get some music going. About... There we go. There we go. So, train on that. Let's go over here, back over to the bees. Shoot. All right, so that's kind of an interesting... It's kind of an interesting turn of events of what opens up as we move forward. That gap right there in between those two cans kind of opens up for us to shoot at. So what we could do is shoot at in that gap. Oh, okay. So what we can do is put a few here, right, at that Dorito, and then come up here and shoot at that gap for the Beast Runner. Yeah, I mean, that would be probably your best bet, is that Beast Runner. Quite frankly, that's looks to be that's primary bunker to get into the Doritos. I don't think people are going to stay there all long. I think they're going to check off and go, but we will see. So let's go snake side. I think snake side's going to be your party time. I think it's going to be a really fun, fast snake. So, whenever, one thing we can do when we see a layout like this, right? I want this. When we see a layout like this, where we have you know, a really good big survivable home or something like that, just chilling there in the back or a little farther forward, we have these really short gaps, right? So you can turn a conservative play into a really hyper aggressive play and a really capitalizing play really, really quickly. Of course, there's a little risk involved whenever you do that. If you don't get any of the kills off break, you're kind of boned. And also, what we just looked at is that the primary dudes that are going to be able to shut down the hard pushes is going to be really pretty well protected within this home bunker. You know, if you don't get rid of any of these other guys, you know, they can still lock you down. And they lock you down in this pocket here, and then you essentially can't capitalize on anything. Can't capitalize on any big moves from break or anything like that. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. If you see a break, you're gonna have to be confident and take it. If you see a on both sides, really. Yeah, that's just how I'm feeling on it. That's it. That's what I'm feeling on it. Get back down here. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. All right, snake side. Snake side. Let's do this can first while we're coming out here. Probably going to be shooting. I would say throw some paint at home. But I think by the time you're even out here, if home's doing their job and they're getting real low and up here pretty quick, I think you're going to see that taking that shot at back center isn't going to be great. Isn't going to be a high probability kill. However, what I probably would do is shoot at that tower. Have your home guys shoot at the snake runner, right? And this guy shoot at that tower. You'll be able to get here faster. Now, what this means is you're going to have to run the run and gun drill where you come out to this bunker and pop right there. It's just a breakout drill. You're going to need to run that probably 1,000,000 times, right? 1,000,004. So... yeah, I mean that's what I feel. Thing is, with this home bunker, I can't really see anything. There is blind shots at a couple stuff. There is that blind shot over to that looks like a D3. So you could throw some paint over top right there. You see that little tip poking up. I would throw paint there only if you hear something, right? Uh-oh. So, aside from that, probably would just chill over here. Shoot at that guy. Just shoot at him. Just shoot at that tower. If you miss tower, you could go hit that gap too, but I foresee that gap coming out later game. Now, if this does end up being a fast layout, it will be later game in like a minute. So let's take this bump. Yeah, if they have a home and that home gets that snake player out, right? Or does it? Yeah. Then this run might be a little more difficult. I would probably run heads up at it. If you don't have anything on the snake side, wrap home. That's how that would look. you got several shots on some stuff on the D side. Got the, what was that? That's the Delta. You even got the Beast over there. You got the couple Doritos over there. So, I mean, you got shots on things, but that also means they got shots on you. And tower is real easy to get pinched in, you know? So, ooh. Go. So I would probably come out here and chill. Shooting heads up, I don't know, man. Getting that home might be like super important, but I think home's going to be trained on you most of the time. I think home's going to have dominance first when it comes to this tower. So what'll determine that, I think, is if we get a snake guy in. And if they have a tower. Yeah, because the way that I think that would look. Yeah, because I mean, even this guy can shoot a tower on the inside. So yeah, I would probably come out to tower and then start wrapping. You know? And start playing that too. What is Cobra got? I like Cobras because you can sit down crisscross applesauce. What we got? Yeah. And you got that shot on that Dorito. So, I mean, that's a thing. If you hear that call, that can. Really, that's about it. That's all I would really go for. Can't really shoot anything there. You can shoot at these wedges here and have a tape battle. Well, that's fun. I like that. I like the tape battles. That's okay. I would probably do that. Yeah. I'd come out here and chill on the tape. Yeah. I'd stay on the tape. This snake's weird. Those gaps are going to be kind of crazy. And those gaps are also going to... Ooh. Alright, we'll talk about that later. Talk about that here in a bit. So... This thing right here. I don't know what I'm going to call this. I don't know. This little inserty thing here. Oh, am I not? They're not letting me do this anymore? There we go. Alright. Whew, that was tough. Alright, this thing right here looks to be a block, if anything. Literally. Oof. I mean, I don't see this getting played too much. I see it being a block, mainly for this shot, so that home doesn't have such a dominance, you know. You come out to this corner. Could? Oh, man. I don't know, man. That's a weird block. I don't know about that block. Let's look at Snake Run. Snake Run, we saw what can shoot at us. So, what can we shoot at? Probably not going to be poking up here too much. What I foresee happening is as soon as they get here, they hit up this knuckle. You look cross field. Oh, massive gaps to look at. Hot damn. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. They're up in the D structure. But then the first thing I would do is check off on that home. Now, when you're hearing the snake and you're chilling right here, you can feel if paint's coming from home. All right? If you don't know what it feels like during practice, during these couple weeks leading up to it, have somebody stay at home and shoot at this little bit right here, this little gap, when you go lay down in it. And that way you know what it feels like that home's attacking you. And then at that point, once you figure that out, you can turn back and you tell your people, hey, at home. And do that for a couple other bunkers too, right? Caleb, I'm with you. Let's do a flying V error day. I think we might actually see that. But I don't know. I digress. Why isn't this continuing? So it won't let me push through that. All right, so if it's not gonna let me push through that, oh hell, yeah. All right, you dude, if you're a snake, you gotta do something about that home. Home, you gotta stay alive. That's how this works. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, man. It's one of those things. Okay. The snake can sit here and come up in here and then play really fucking conservatively and just focus on these gaps, right? And just chill here and be a pain in y'all's side. Keep y'all from moving up the field, all that good stuff, right? They're gonna get antsy though, and a lot of the other guys, a lot of the snakes are gonna start hunting for kills. But I mean, for you to move up on the field, I mean, dude, you have to take care of home. This gap, home can get you. Oh my God. This gap, home can get you. Do you understand how home can get you on this? All you have to do is shoot this bunker and it'll bounce and hit you. That's it. Right? Same thing with this one. All you have to do is hit that. Now, granted, it may not hit, this one may not hit you as, no, it would. Yeah, it would. I mean, it only takes like one or two. That's, oh man. It's going to be hard to stay alive in far up in snake. So what I think is going to have to happen, your snake's going to have to know when to push, not just take the freaking snake. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of bounce shots coming off these little knuckles, which means teams, y'all need to have calls for these bunkers. Whether it's tiger, cheetah, Walmart and Costco, like whatever you're gonna call it, right? You got to have calls for these bunkers. So there was this right here. This view right here. I want that. Thank you. Okay. All right. So I think we've touched on snake enough. I feel like we have. Let's just look at what other shots we got. Quite frankly, I like that knuckle better than I like this bunker. I still like that knuckle better than this bunker. Yeah, guys, stay in this freaking knuckle. You can kind of lock down everything you need to. Yeah. Stay in this knuckle. Stay in that knuckle. All you gotta do is stay in that knuckle and let them come at you. That's it. Get somebody to come over here. Watch your tape. Then start rapping when they killed all the people in the back. Right? Home. Chill here. Chill here and listen to your snakies. Listen to your people. Right? And just chill there. Okay? I think Doritos, you're going to put I want to put 2 people on the Ds and 2 aggressive shooters that are also going to be, you know, smart. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait. I'm supposed to put this on, aren't I? Yeah. Man, I suck at streaming. All right. So let's go on to the D side. All right, we already discussed this gap shot here. Yeah. So the way I would probably run this, right? I don't think you're going to be locking anything down on this side. I mean, you can see some gaps there, and you could chill on those gaps, right? Or you come shoot that gap, shoot whatever you can right here, and then while they dive in, you take this bump. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take that bump. I think the only person that'd be able to get you is another home, right? So you're gonna need to pay attention to paint. You're going to need to be paying attention to what's shooting, right? If you see home shooting back at this guy, you're gonna want to get low and dive in early, right? But if they only send one guy out, you know that they're gonna have somebody trained up. So only one. If you only see one body, okay. So if you see 2 bodies, you're probably looking a little better, right? So I like that move. And then here, I'd probably be shooting up, heads up. I'd probably shoot heads up. Because if you can get the kills on this D side here, you can... If you can get the kills on the D side, and let's get my handy dandy little tool here. You can get kills on D side, you'll have this. And then this gap is the one that we were looking at. Okay. So it might turn into something like this here, where this little guy is shooting at this guy. Woo! I don't know about that. Let's check it out. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we could... Oh, yo. You get that kill on D side, you can check off right there and snap that guy out. That'd be cool. Man, that knuckle is so strong. Can really lock things down. I like it. Ooh, boy! At least it looks like it. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I don't know. I don't play paintball. So, okay. You can shoot that. The main thing is with this being kind of like cockeyed like this, it's going to be really hard to fight anybody over here, right? So you'd want to focus that real quick and take that, probably? I don't know. Even that one. Kind of interesting, kind of interesting. Let's back it up a little bit and go out to Delta. So on the run, I would definitely throw some paint at home. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I would definitely throw paint at home. Get your running gun down, guys. Get him down. Definitely throw some paint back at home. Hop out here. What do we got? We got our mirror. Okay. We have... Ooh, that pin really messes us up. If they're staying on the back, it's going to be hard to hit. I mean, you do have this gap. Then you have this gap here for this bunker. So, and I mean, obviously this right here, you know, shooting this gap. So, I mean, you have things there, but I mean, you're going to have to choose. If not, you're going to be shooting at the feet, you know? So, and then also you got to worry about this guy if this guy decides to come out on the outside. So, interesting. Uh-oh. It broke. So, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at? Alright. Cool. You're pretty covered from home, so you could probably wrap a little bit if you really wanted to. See, this is why I think out there on that tower, you need to be on that snake side. Because, I mean, look at this nasty little shot. Granted, this shot might not be there. You know, wind and it actually getting placed out and stuff. But this shot may be there, right? And there's so many things that can shoot that tower. So it's one of those things where if you're going to be in that tower, don't focus on that inside because tons of people can shoot at you. Get out there on that outside, right? Get a kill, look at snake, communicate with your snake side, right? And then if somebody says, hey, they're at this, you know, maybe even make a call for shoot at, you know, Delta, shoot at this, you know, shoot at that. So, yeah, see, look at that. Beautiful shot there. Especially if there's a delay getting this guy right here. I mean, the more paint you can put right there, the better, I feel like. So, that's pretty cool. Restart that real quick. And we're struggling today. There we go. All right, Beast. Now, I think the run over to Beast is going to be a little bit more of a thing. You know, you do have that gap if they're going to be looking at it. So, quite frankly, what I would probably do is I'm going to retract what I said earlier, and I'm going to say conservative break on D's would probably have higher chance of survival. So, what I would do is probably put a guy here. Wait, wrong spot. I'd put a guy here. Okay, look at the purple. Put a guy here. Shoot that for a second. Then I'd put a guy here shooting down on next to that hill, even though you're gonna have to choose, right? Also tape. I say tape, but the mirror, you know, doing that, figuring out what's going on, and then start making some bumps. You know what I'm saying? I think as soon as I feel like that's going to be what most people are going to do. Most people, I think, are going to double up the home. So as soon as you can figure out when they're shooting, where they're shooting, it's going to be easier for you to make moves. So as soon as you don't feel paint coming through that gap, take this. That's it. Super freaking simple. All right, you can make it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Nobody has said it today. Just know that I believe in you. Here's another freaking blind shot over to that over to that snake tower, man. So yeah, again, stay on that snake side of the tower. Here we're just gonna do some checkoffs. I feel like you could. I mean, I doubt Snake's going to be pushing that hard that early. But there's a snake gap there. Something I might look at, you see that little split there in Snake? See this right here? Depending on the time of day and all that good stuff, it's maybe, you may be able to, you know, cheese a shot at the bottom of that snake if they're crawling through. Not necessarily the most honorable of kills, but, you know, gotta get that gold, man. So, something to be aware of, especially if you're a snake as well. You don't need to be sitting here, you know, relying on the honor of your opponent. So, once we get up into here, all right, this is where things start getting a little hairy. There's that knuckle, right? That knuckle can muck you up on many of these gaps, right? I feel like you're going to need a conservative snake play. So, coming out here, check that frickin' knuckle, okay? Just check it. Get in here. What do we got? Man. Lots of gunfighting opportunities with the rest of these. This is going to get hairy up in here. Okay, so if we don't take that gap, what if we take that gap? It's the same thing. Quite frankly, you have less survivability. Yeah, less. I would say this would probably be the more survivable bunker than that one. Yeah, I'd pick this Dorito over that little baby thing. Okay. Take this next bump. Take this bump. Alright, thing is with this bump, you got multiple people able to see you. You got this home. Got this knuckle. And if they're being dumb, tower. Wedge right here. If they hit that wedge, which part of me kind of wants to, we'll take a look at that here in a second. This is a hard gap. It's one of those you need to be aware. You need if I took this gap, what I would do is I'd get my information. What do we got? Right? I would try to have a call for the knuckle itself. Like if they're at the knuckle and somebody can confirm that. Than if they were in Snake. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're doing that, right, you can still run up here and take this gap a lot easier, especially after you've already been shooting at home and stuff, right? If they delay or something, if they're not at that knuckle, they can't shoot at you. And I think that's the guy who's going to like tear you up the most, right? So definitely have a call for that knuckle rather than the just like a whole snake. Take it. At this point, we're wrapping. Yeah, we're wrapping. If there is somebody at wedge, you could get a shot on them. But what I feel like... Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily like this Bravo here. But this right here is awesome. All right, we can sit here and pop that knuckle if we want, and just chill on it. We can come. Thing is with these bunkers, they don't let us like get up in them. You could really get up in this bunker and then just stay on that knuckle, right? Don't let them move. Don't let them do anything. You know what I'm saying? You could watch that gap if you get dominance on that knuckle. So again, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen here. But quite frankly, I think this is going to end up being later game. And that knuckle will either be dead or it won't matter. Because you're probably by yourself. But at this point, start hunting. Okay. Back to center. Let's look at center punches. So, because of this layout, you're not going to have many center punches, I don't think. And if you do, excuse me. The center punch is going to be this bunker right here. That's it. One might think this tower would be great for a center punch. But towers are super easy to get pinched in, right? If you go to this tower off break and somehow frickin' live, good job, by the way. But also, good luck. I mean, you're going to get pinched out real frickin' quick. You know, it just takes a couple people to get barely a little wide. Right? This guy can look inside, pop you. As soon as... Really, actually. Snake, yeah. That's the thing, though. Hola. All right, we need to actually run it. Let's run it. Okay. So, it would need to be D side. Okay. Hug it. Yo! Oh, that's super gross. Okay. I retract what I just said. This might be stupid. Like if they have a D runner, you're boned, right? If they have any runner, you're boned, and they're shooting back at you, and they're just shooting back at home. But I mean, just train in on that snake, dude. Really train in on anything. You shoot here, and then come here. Shoot there, come there, or come there, shoot there. You come here and then get really freaking low. Delta and Alpha can shoot you. That Dorito can shoot you. Yeah, you'd get pinched. Okay. Whew. All right, you could get pinched. fairly quickly. So, however, great way to get some kills off break if you're running guns on. Ooh. All right, I thought we had something there. So you can get pinched out in it. This would not be a run I would make often. So you have a good angle shooting Cobra. Yeah, I mean, you could shoot Cobra from this tower here, but it's one of those things where this knuckle right here, like I've been saying the whole stream, right? This knuckle, right here, this one, got all sorts of goodnesses and stuff. We'll kind of review here in a second. Um, go back to home. All right, we'll go back to home. We'll go back to home. I'm looking at a couple other things. Let's see here, and then last center punch. I don't think this can's gonna get used much. It's just a blocker. Let's see here, and last center punch will be. Yeah, I think you could, if you wanted to get some ground off break, get really low and shoot the same thing as you would normally, and then just chill here, right? You would have a little better angles of getting a Cobra runner from this wedge. You still have those shots there on the tower and the snake one. Again, if you're going to be shooting snake one, you're probably going to miss tower. If you're shooting tower, you're probably going to be missing snake one. So be aware and make sure you have everybody shooting exactly what they need to. Quite frankly, I would have the guy in the center shooting at the snake one here. You know what I'm saying? And I would have this can shooting at the tower. So that's how I would do that. So anyway. So in review, what we have found. Let me get my handy little thingamabob here. Okay, what we have found is this knuckle right here is probably one of the strongest bunkers in this layout. You can see that. Y'all. So if you are able to get to this knuckle and you just stay here, you have all these gaps that you can play with and look at. Not only that, because of that, you have either 1 to 3 guns on you trying to figure out how to get you out. And if you can play conservatively, it's going to take them a while to get you out. Hopefully long enough for their Dorito side to make some mistakes. Because what I think is going to have to happen, what's going to happen is you're going to put somebody in this knuckle. You get them up in there, you get somebody in that knuckle, right? And they are just chopping up gaps, right? As soon as the other team loses these Doritos, your team will be able to come up in the Doritos and chop up the other guys from behind. These other guys are probably going to be focusing snake side. The reason why I say this tower is going to be focusing snake side is because there's so many shots on Doritos from Doritos side on it that I wouldn't stay out there long. You're gonna, I mean, that's you fighting like 3 guys potentially, right? Definitely 2, which isn't a smart thing, right? Dorito, it feels like you can definitely play in and out a little bit more. They're going to be fighting themselves, but they're definitely going to be able to see packs and stuff from the other side. There's a few more shots that they can throw at. So I think this tower is going to stay on the snake side. I think this Cobra checking all the way down here would be a smart thing to do. And if not that, I didn't see a whole bunch of things being able to stop Cobra from filling if they really wanted to, aside from the home. And we already know that. We already know home is going to be the strongest bunker that can counter any sort of snake run, right? So, and also that tower, if they really wanted to, So if they don't match you here, you come shoot this tower here to free up your snake side a little bit more. Now, the reason why, what is Ozzy saying? You're in the money. You can get you can get shot shooting. Still moving out. Yes. So I'm assuming this is the money, right? No, best money. This would be money, right? So could shoot that guy. Could shoot that guy. But last thing about this knuckle here, the reason why I would stay at this knuckle is coming into here. First of all, Home's got this gap, right? But also, let's say you miss that gap and they have a call for this bunker. All Home has to do is shoot this thing and it'll bounce into you. It will. So, same thing with this bunker, right? Home's got the gap, right? But all they got to do is shoot that and it hit you. So, what I would do is, if I were here, I would try to get your Cobra to shoot their tower, maybe even come on the inside for Home. This thing would probably survive on the inside a little better. Man, that tower is really strong for the snake side, though. They definitely keep you. Man, this is kind of a crazy layout. That's fun. That's fun. So, my initial plays. What would I do for initial play? I'm going to say Snake Runner to here. I love this knuckle. Tower on Snake side. Home. Filling. Shooting Snake. Okay. It would have. I would play the Dorito in two separate ways. We're going to use purple for the first way. That's right. I would have somebody here. Oop, here. Shooting that initial. And then, man, that sucks. Do wanted and make your paint do this. But and then there's that gap there and shoot that. And then quickly bump out to here when you can. Quickly. As soon as you don't feel any heat. And then I would put somebody at Beast shooting heads up and then start to take these things. Again, watching this knuckle here, I feel like this bunker here, let me get my yeller out. I feel like on the D side, this bunker is better than this one in terms of survivability. So they both have similar shots. This would probably be my standard play, to be honest. And then it turns into capitalizing on either killing the other team's knuckle or your knuckle killing their Doritos, right? So that's just kind of how I feel it'll go. Ozzy makes comments and makes a good point. Might be a little different at fit. Very true. These are pretty rough layouts. Some of these small gaps and such like that are not going to be there. And some of them might be really big gaps. It just depends on how the field, whenever they actually set it out, is set out. No field is the same, even if it's the same layout. The big gaps, they're going to be there, right? So this snake gap here, that's going to be there. I doubt that pin, they're going to let that pin cover that. If they let that pin cover that, send a snake runner every freaking point. I don't give a shit. These right here bouncing in, that's going to be a thing. So yeah. Fun play. I think this guy, while running up, just shooting everything, which sounds terrible, but it can be done. It's not fun. It's not a smart play, right? Going up there, shooting everything. I think that might be a fun play too. But anywho, yeah, that's it. So going wide on the snake side will be there for sure. Wide, yeah. I mean, I could see people going out to this Cobra here. I could definitely see that. Um, Only thing is if people are actually playing the way they're supposed to, it's going to be hard to fill in. I guess that's why this bunker's here, right? Let's check that. Yeah, because then at that point, all you got to do is focus on home. And anybody looking cross. I mean, filling in is going to be pain in the butt anyway. So yeah, yeah. Okay, so that would probably be the fill if needed. You know, you lose your power. No, you lose your knuckle. Interesting. Step out, let that go. Deep in while shooting home. Interesting. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, that's a thing. Well, cool, cool. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Hope you find any of this helpful. Remember, I don't really play paintball, so I don't know half the shit I'm talking about. But if any of this is helpful, feel free to share it around and yeah, spread the love. Uh, Good luck to anybody playing the XTPL. It's going to be a fun event. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up. And you guys have a great day.